Good morning. It is Friday, November 16th. Thank you for being with us. This is WGTV Today. I'm Wayne Alley.
And I'm Kim Best. Thank you for joining us this Friday morning.
Wow. Kim, here it is already the end of another week. Can you believe it?
I know, the weeks just fly by.
I know. It seems like just yesterday was Thursday. Anyway.
Oh, Wayne.
Boy, I'll tell you what. Tonight and tomorrow, the 47th Annual Pickle Classic Tournament and Homecoming at Mount Olive College. Woo! It is underway again.
They have grown tremendously. That campus and that organization has grown by leaps and bounds over the past 47 years.
It is a beautiful campus. First of all, Mount Olive College is a fantastic school.
It certainly is.
Highly respected in the education world of education, and just a super place to go. It's a Mount Olive College. Today and tomorrow, beginning at 5 p.m. this evening, the 47th Annual Pickle Classic Tournament underway today and tomorrow.
And we'll have someone on the show soon that is representing Mount Olive College.
Oh, good.
Telling us all the great events and great things and programs that are happening down in the Mount Olive area.
All right. Yeah, looking forward to that. Today, November 16th.
That's right. And on the show today, we have John Sanderson.
John!
Tell me about John.
John is the field crop agent for the Cooperative Extension Service here in Wayne County, and he's going to tell us about, well, he's going to tell us, we're going to be talking about crop yields. And when you first hear the term crop yields, you wonder, what in the world is that? Well, you'll find it interesting, I promise. You will.
I'm sure. You know, I'm sure.
Because we've done, thanks to the weather, we've done pretty well here in Wayne County this past year.
Because it's been so mild?
Because it's been mild, and we had,
rain. Toward
the latter half of summer and early autumn, we had a lot of rain. That helped tremendously. And it was just a good year for crops in Wayne County. He's going to tell us all about that.
Wonderful. Well, we also had a visit out to Cliffs of the Neuse.
Oh, yeah.
Where we visited the Children's Interactive Learning Environment.
We're going to see that today?
We're going to see that
Oh, I'm
today.
going to run and hide.
Me too.
That was funny. That was so much fun.
We had a good time.
Had a good time. I don't know. Nobody else may think it's funny, but I had a good time.
You will see so many different opportunities that the Cliffs of the Neuse gives you, from adults to children, to learn about our wildlife. Yeah,
wildlife. But it was fun,
yes,
and you're going to find out about what we learned, and it was interesting and educational.
Absolutely. We're going to hear from Selena Bennett, which is the Executive Director of Communities in Schools.
Yeah.
She's been with the Communities in Schools program for a year now. A lot of great things happening there, so we've got a great lineup today.
Yes, indeed we have. So one more thing very quickly, the Better Breathers Club now coming up on the 27th of November at Wayne Memorial Hospital in the auditorium there. The Better Breathers Club, they meet regularly for 1 or 2 hours to provide support, education, and socialization to people with COPD or another chronic lung disease, also meeting with their family members and their caregivers as well. Now, together, members learn the skills that help them manage their condition and improve their quality of life and encourage them to get out of the house and become more active. That's coming up on November 27th. That's a Tuesday evening beginning at 6 p.m. at Wayne Memorial Hospital. And if you have any questions about that, you can talk to Dina Gardner. And Dina is at 919-731-6304. 731-6304. Okay?
Well, Wayne, did you know today is International Day for Tolerance?
What?
It is.
I don't believe that.
It is sponsored by the United States, and it is
care.
International Day for Tolerance. So we all have to be tolerant today
of
one another.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Oh, well, of one another. Well, that's different.
Tolerant of one another. How about that?
Tolerant.
A big word, right?
I guess. Yeah.
Wayne is caught off guard.
Off guard, I am caught. 4-H favorite food show gets underway on the 29th, and that will be, I presume, at Wayne Center, and it's going to be for the ages of 5 to 18. Oh boy. Bring your favorite dish, table setting, and your favorite knowledge or your knowledge of your favorite food. Talk to Sharon Sutton for information, and Sharon is at 731-1527. 731-1527. Okay. Where are we going first?
I think we are going first to hear from John Sanderson.
John Sanderson, he's next on
That's
WGTV Today. Let us talk to John Sanderson. John is the field crops agent for the Wayne County Cooperative Extension Service. John, hope you're doing well.
Doing good, Wayne.
I appreciate you being with us.
Glad to be here.
Now here we are, we're quickly approaching the end of the year. The farmers have been in the fields a lot, and fortunately the heavy rains, this storm we just had here over 3 or 4 days from that storm Sandy, didn't do a whole lot of damage to the Wayne County area here. We did get a little bit of rain, not like they did further down east, but we've had a pretty good year as far as yields are concerned. Tell me about the year we've had.
Wayne, we have had a very good year this year. It's almost an amazing year because a lot of years you'll have one crop that does very well and others that are average or below. Mm-hmm. But this year we've had good crops all the way through. Although whether you remember, but we started out the year kind of cold, and then we got hot and dry, in fact very hot and dry, and it looked like we were going to have a tough year.
Yeah.
And it kind of turned around. We started getting regular rainfall, and the temperatures got more like they're supposed to be, and we ended up with very good crops this year.
What stands out in your mind as our most successful crop of the year here in Wayne County, would you say?
I guess the most successful turnaround crop this year was probably tobacco. Right. It looked like we started out kind of behind the 8 ball, so to speak, in tobacco, but it really turned around, and we had a really good crop this year, really good quality crop.
Seems that every year we have a major catastrophe of some sort. It's either a hailstorm or torrential rains or flooding. We were able to, fortunately, bypass a lot of that, or that bypassed us a lot this year.
Yeah, sure did.
So as far as did we learn anything from this year? Have we done anything differently that we could take into our next crop next year?
I think the thing we always learn is that ultimately Mother Nature's in control, and we do all we can to try to work with and around Mother Nature, but she is in control with the weather. Nothing we can do beats good rainfall to have a good growing season without any disasters, as you just mentioned.
And I think you mentioned that toward the middle and the end of the growing season, we had some really good temperatures and a good steady amount of rain. Do you have any idea how we stand as far as rainfall this year? Are we at or above where we need to be?
I think we're close to average this year. We haven't had any real big rains this year, but we've had timely rains, and I don't think we're in excess on rainfall this year. Just we got it when we needed it.
Yeah. Which crop would you like to have seen more yield? Even though we had a good year, where would you like to have seen improvement?
Our corn crop, during that very hot period in the end of May, the 1st of June, some of that got hurt very badly by the heat. We had some real good corn this year, depending on when it was pollinating. If it was pollinating during that heat, some of those yields were depressed.
Now, as I understand the way corn is, you have to have rain within a certain window, and that window is very narrow during the pollination of the corn. Is that right?
Yes, that's correct. You certainly need rainfall, and we don't need temperatures above 95 degrees because that tends to sterilize the pollen. And but then you need rainfall from then until the corn is made.
So we couldn't have done anything about that. That's Mother Nature.
That's correct.
So what else did we see? But we ended up with a decent corn crop this year.
Overall, if you average the corn crop out, we have had I would say an average corn crop this year. Certainly nothing. We have got some yields that are very high in the county and very good, but we've also got some, well, in the 200 bushel range. We also got corn that's still in the 40s and 50s and 60 bushel range. So it's going to average out to be a pretty average year on corn.
Well, that's probably a good thing because we've had some pretty devastating years in recent years in our corn crop.
Oh yeah, yeah. The previous 2 years were
Kind of rough.
Pretty much disastrous
Yeah.
as far as the corn crop goes, and so a good, strong average year is great.
Real good. Okay, good year for farmers here in Wayne County, and they're getting ready to get out there and get some soil testing done, right?
Yes, already started doing some soil testing, getting prepared to go again next year.
All right, so if you're a consumer and you are wondering why it's taking so long to get your soil test back from Raleigh, that's probably the reason, because farmers are out there and they're getting their soil test done, right?
That's correct.
All right.
And they bring in boxes full of them.
Boxes and boxes full of them, so just be patient with them.
Yeah.
John Sanderson, the field crop agent for the Wayne County Cooperative Extension Service, thank you for being with us.
Thank you, Wayne.
We're back on WGTV today. It is a Friday. It's the 16th of November. Oh boy, we're past the halfway point for November.
I can't believe it.
I can't either. November has only 30 days. Why? But anyway, we're past the halfway point, so here we go. There is the Foundation of Wayne Community College offering help for those who suffered or for victims of Hurricane Sandy. Contributions will go to the foundation. Folks can also contact Tara Humphreys at the college for information about this. But Tara writes, we're fortunate Hurricane Sandy spared North Carolina. Our neighbors to the north were not so lucky and were slammed. One of the impacted areas was the barrier islands of New Jersey, served by the Atlantic Cape Community College. And many of that college's students suffered water and sand damage to their homes, and they lost their belongings because of Sandy's storm surge and tidal flooding. Well, Wayne Community College is adopting Atlantic Cape Community College. Adopting the college there. They will be collecting monetary donations for its emergency relief fund for students impacted by Hurricane Sandy. The Foundation of Wayne Community College will be handling the donations, and the ACCC's foundation is administering the distribution of funds to the students who meet strict criteria. If you want to know more about this, you can talk to Tara Humphreys at Wayne Community College. Tara is the Public Information Officer, or you can talk to someone at the Wayne Community College Foundation of Wayne Community College. The number is 735-5151, 735-5151.
Very good.
I think so.
Students doing great things.
Yes, indeed. Well, here we go. Thanksgiving is right around the corner.
I know.
It's on a Thursday this year.
Imagine that.
Go figure.
Well, Wayne,
Yes.
back in 1955.
Present.
So think back in time.
When?
1955.
Oh, I remember it well.
Do you remember singer Johnny Cash?
Oh, yes.
My dad loved him. Singer
Oh,
Johnny
hear the
Cash.
train a-comin'.
Well, here's the song you're going to sing next.
It's coming around.
He entered country music charts today for the first time with the song Cry, Cry, Cry. Do you know that song?
Cry, cry, cry.
Yes. Well, this is the first day that he entered the country music charts in 1955.
Wow.
Johnny Cash.
Love Johnny Cash.
You don't have a song? Sing that other one since you can't sing Cry, Cry, Cry.
I did. Did you hear it? Cry, cry, cry. What do you want to know? Hey.
It's early.
Oh, no.
It's early.
Okay. Thanksgiving is a-coming.
It is. And with Thanksgiving, we have lots of holiday traditions. Do we not? Yes, we do.
Wait a minute.
So,
You ask and then you answer.
well, you didn't give me an
Well, I had
answer
to think
quick
about
enough.
it. You know how quickly my brain
Well, what do you eat for Thanksgiving lunch?
works?
What do you eat for Thanksgiving lunch or dinner, whichever you
Well,
do?
if it's a sandwich, it will include bread and something else.
Is that what you have for your holiday meal? A sandwich?
Oh,
If
no,
so,
for the
that's
holiday
fine.
meal. Well,
Yes.
that's different. Holiday meal generally and usually and almost always includes some sort of turkey.
Okay. Do you like baked or fried?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, turkey. Actually, I think I would prefer.
He is not going with
I
me
know,
today.
I'm not. I'm sorry. I'm really. It's probably baked. Baked being healthier for you.
That's what
than
you
fried.
typically do?
Typically, yeah.
Okay.
Typically.
Well, with all that being said, we want the community.
You thought I'd never get that out.
My goodness. We want the community to send in their holiday traditions.
Yeah.
We want to share them.
You
with
mean
people
all
in the
that's what we're
community.
leading up to
Oh
here?
my goodness. Some days we just go with the flow and other days it just doesn't work. We'll get back on track.
Go ahead. I'll keep quiet. Not.
Holiday traditions. We want to share those holiday traditions with other people in the community. And if
Yeah.
you don't have holiday traditions, start some.
Yeah.
Just
start
decide
one.
you want to start a holiday tradition.
Yeah.
That's all it's about. Making up your mind, deciding what you want to do, and go for it. Well, Wayne, you just are looking at me funny today. Well, with holiday traditions, I'll share one of mine. How about that?
Okay.
How about this?
Okay.
Every Christmas Eve, we go to my mom's.
It's nice.
Isn't that nice?
Yeah.
We open gifts.
Yeah.
One gift that we always buy for one another is a Christmas ornament that represents something that happened throughout our life that year. We buy it for one another. And for example, if my son did something with sports, say when he was in high school, if he was involved in, say, soccer, I would buy something that represented his soccer team or his soccer accomplishments.
It's nice.
Or if my husband was involved, as he always is, with cars or something, I would buy a pretty cool looking little ornament that represented a type of car or something from that year. So
Good.
something that happened in your life that year.
I like that.
Nice if it says the year on it. If it doesn't, we would take a marker and put it on the bottom.
Okay.
But when you look at your tree years later, you can see all the different things that have happened throughout your life, and you, your family, different family members, you can see things that it represents, and it's sort of like a look back over time.
Kim, that's really nice. That's a
Thank you.
good. That's a nice
Thank you.
tradition.
I always thought it was sort of neat. My mom came up with that years ago, and we've done that now for about 10 years, and it's pretty cool. We enjoy, and it really takes some thought to think about which ornament will represent
Yeah.
something in your family throughout that year.
That's
Create
good.
a tradition.
Yeah, that's good. And if you don't have a tradition, as she says, start one.
That's right. Yeah. They started somewhere. They started somewhere. And I think about the fact when you first get married,
Yeah.
you can create traditions your very first year. Whenever you first have a baby, you can create traditions those years.
That's right.
I don't know why he's laughing, but we're going to move on.
That's right.
All right, let's see.
I thought maybe you were going to say you could, start a tradition.
No, I'm not. Just make up your own tradition and
Okay,
move forward.
there you go. All right.
All right,
okay.
here we go. Cliffs of the Neuse. Let's go learn about interactive learning. Cliffs of the Neuse.
Oh, that was fun.
Stay with us.
Today we're at the Cliffs of the Neuse State Park, just south of Goldsboro. Thank you for being with us. Cam and I are here at the Cliffs. This is a wonderful place to visit. My friend Wayne Owley says, who wouldn't want to come to the Cliffs of the Neuse State Park? Isn't that what he said?
I think that's what he said.
What?
Is he
What?
chatting with you? This is a fabulous place. We are very blessed that our county has so many different unusual places to visit, and Cliffs of the Neuse is one of them. We're going to show you around, so stay tuned.
Okay, we're still at the Cliffs of the Neuse State Park, and behind us, we're in a room of displays, and here
This is for children. This whole area is displays for children.
Really?
A very hands-on way of learning.
Well, can I look at it too?
I think we'll allow that one.
Okay, I'll pretend to be a child. Okay, go ahead. What do we see here? Oh, okay. We see the levels of different ages and eons from millions of years of building up from the ocean all the way over in different layers of strata of the Earth's surface. Right below us here, we see where the ocean brought in over time sediment and different layers of strata that is right below the Cliffs of the Neuse State Park.
Here we are still at the Cliffs of the Neuse. We are in their new building, which is absolutely beautiful.
Beautiful.
They have an area specifically for young children.
Children.
And this isn't, right, Wayne? This is an interactive learning environment. And here we are learning about fish at this point in time. And Wayne,
Yes.
let's go fishing.
I'm ready to go fishing. We're going to
All
go
right,
fishing.
let's see if we can,
Yeah,
catch anything today.
We happen to be here on a Friday, by the way, and Friday's a great day to eat fish. So,
All right, Wayne, let's see if we can catch
okay.
anything.
Oh, I got one.
I got one too. Look up
Oh,
there.
he got away. Wait a minute.
Get yours.
All right, oh, I got it.
They're
Oh,
biting. They're
yeah.
biting.
Wow, mine's got some.
He did.
He's got some.
Oh, yeah, he got some weeds or
He's
something.
sick. Yeah.
He's got some issues.
He's got issues.
So as you'll see, there are so many different things available for children to learn all about nature. Fishing is one of those
Fishing
things.
is one of them.
That's right.
Okay. Oh boy, I got another one. Okay, this one's healthier.
How about that? You can build birds to look any way you choose.
All right.
Make your own bird.
Whoa.
How about that? You can give them where the heads.
All right. I like.
Oh, you start from scratch. There's the body.
All right.
There's some feet.
Okay.
Or those feet. Your bird can do all kinds of things.
All right.
Oh, you can change them up to look any way you so choose. How interesting is that? You can build turkeys. This is here at Thanksgiving time. But you can change. Look, they have cardinals, and they have different pictures of birds on this side, so you can try to imitate and repeat the same. There you go. Look at that.
How about that?
Good job, Wayne.
Thank you.
So there are so many different things you can do. We're going to move over and see who lives inside some of these other areas.
All right. All right.
Who lives here? Let's check it out and see. Wayne, who do you think lives in this one?
I think Bella Lugosi.
We're in a tree.
Huh?
So who might live in a tree?
Tarzan.
Oh, well, how about that, Mr. Squirrel?
Mr. Squirrel.
Mr. Squirrel.
Mr. Squirrel.
Who lives in that part of the tree?
I don't know. It's what is that?
An owl.
It's an owl. It's an owl. Okay.
Oh, what is that? A baby squirrel.
A squirrel. Let's see who lives behind this door. It's Carol Merrill. No, wait a minute. Oh, it's a fox.
Which would probably climb up a tree.
Couldn't he
Couldn't he climb up a tree? What?
I don't know if you've got a big enough ladder.
Let's see who's down here. Oh, I'm assuming that's a raccoon.
A raccoon. Yes. And in this door, we have
number 45.
door number 45. It's what is that? It's a duck.
Yes,
It's a duck.
There are many doors for you to check out. Oh, the bear.
Ooh, yes. Yeah, okay. Wow. And over here, ooh.
Might that be a skunk?
Okay. Okay.
It's just about checked. Oh, and the last one, a reindeer.
Oh dear, oh dear.
So as you see, many things to play with and learn. It's a very educational room.
It is.
Learning all about nature.
I'm learning.
Come on down.
All right, let's see what else we have.
Look there.
Wow. Wow.
We'll teach you all about fox. And well, as you see, Wayne,
Yes.
it gives explanations. It's showing here, this is a phone. When a phone calls its mom, it sounds like
Ma. Ma.
Phones have spots when they are young, and sometimes they have a sibling.
Hey, Ma.
An adult deer.
Oh, okay.
When a phone calls its mom, it just told us that. Oh, it's showing you the adult deer and the phone.
Oh dear.
What is a baby fox called, Wayne?
A baby fox.
It's called?
A kit.
Exactly
Really?
right. A kit. Fox
Oh, okay.
kit.
Oh, okay.
That's right. A mother fox is a vixen.
Oh, yeah.
Watch it.
I'm furry and have 6 more legs than you do. What am I? It's an octopus.
All right, just reach inside. You choose.
I'm not going.
Let's see.
Got 6 legs.
Oh my goodness, you feel. Oh my gosh, it feels furry.
It does.
Open the top. Let's see what I'm.
And you put your hand in there. All right.
Do you feel what it feels like? Let's see.
All right. Can you guess who I am? I'm slimy and gooey, and I leave a mucus trail.
Can you guess who?
No, I'm not putting my hand in.
There's nothing there.
A snail. Snail. Yes. Yuck.
My skin is smooth and scaly. Can you guess who? It's your turn.
My turn.
Your turn. Feel the smooth and scaly.
Smooth and scaly.
What is that? Feel anything?
I don't know. Oh my goodness.
A snake.
A snake. My goodness. I have leathery wings and no feathers. Who am I?
Leathery wings.
Leathery wings.
Who has leathery wings? A bat.
Okay. A bat.
But we're learning. We're learning all about nature.
Learning where I don't want to put my hands.
Oh, this is an interesting one. Ooh. Whose scat is this?
Whose scat?
Yeah, you stand on that side of the scat. Oh, we're going to do this one very quickly.
Oh, wait a minute.
Yeah. We're going to do this.
Wait a minute. I'm not putting my hand in there.
No, you don't have to.
Oh.
You look at the picture.
Yeah.
And then you lift it to see whose it is.
A wild turkey.
Interesting.
Yes, okay, here we have
A pile.
a pile of scat. And it belongs to
A deer.
deer. Oh dear. And here we have
More.
more. And it belongs
A
to
raccoon.
a raccoon. And here we
A
have,
very large pile.
oh boy, a healthy animal here.
A black
A
bear.
black bear.
Well, there you go.
Should've
We've
known.
learned all
Yeah.
about the animals
So,
and their scat.
that's-
Why are there so many springs around here? Interesting.
My car needs springs.
Well, it says a spring is a place where water seeps out of the ground. After it rains, water slowly moves down through the soil.
Okay.
In the region around the cliffs of the Neuse, there's layers of sand and clay, and they create conditions for springs. A nearby town of 7 Springs is named after the abundance of springs in these areas. And it's showing you all the different ways that the springs look in this area.
Okay. This is down by the riverside. I know
Yes, it
exactly where
is.
that is. Yeah. Wow.
Oh, wow, we
Oh, look
learned
at this.
about the water cycles
Yeah.
and how the springs work. My goodness,
All right.
we're still learning.
Water
quality on the
Neuse.
Neuse.
Okay.
Do you live upstream?
Do I? Huh?
It's what it says. Do you live in Raleigh,
Oh.
Northeast Durham, Smithfield, or Goldsboro?
Yeah.
If so, the fertilizer or motor oil you spill in the street could end up polluting the waters
Ooh.
flowing by the cliffs of the Neuse. Look at the river basin map to see why, Wayne.
Okay. This must be the river basin map on the wall here.
Yes.
And it's because this is the Neuse River Basin.
Hold on one second. Show us that again.
All right. And it's because, according to the map of North Carolina, number 13 on the map is the Neuse River Basin. Oh, there it is.
Yes, number
Yeah,
13.
right there.
And
Okay.
then you match that 13 with this 13.
And it flows, the Neuse runs roughly around here, around the Raleigh area, in through Smithfield, down near Goldsboro, and on out into the Pamlico Sound.
And for children, it's all about matching the numbers, which helps a child learn and figure out where we are. You find number 1 on the wall, and then you see what it is, and then you match it, so then you know the location of these different towns throughout, or these different rivers throughout North Carolina.
This is the Neuse, this is the Cape Fear River Basin right here. Cape Fear River runs in this area down to Wilmington.
That's right.
Right, number 11.
And see, it says, find your river basin.
Okay.
And then you just locate it.
That's
Wow.
it. We're right here.
It talks about everyone needing clean water.
Yes, we need clean water.
And we're moving on over here, Wayne,
Wow.
keeping the Neuse River healthy and the challenges to the Neuse River.
Wow.
Oh, look at that beautiful picture at the bottom.
I know,
Can you
isn't
see
that
that?
nice? Yeah.
People kayaking on the Neuse River, just
Yeah.
like they do here locally.
Wow.
Now, this has to do with your homes. Slowing down stormwater runoff. These are how to keep the Neuse River healthy. It's talking about how the water runs off the top of your roof when it rains. It goes down your gutters, or it could from the lawn, then it gets into the street, then it runs down the drain, goes under the ground, and the stormwater runoff ends up in the local streams, creeks, rivers, and lakes.
You know, Kim, regardless of how you feel about things, it's always good to be a good steward of the environment. Now, this runoff, fertilizer in the lawn, oil from the streets and the driveways, when it rains, a lot of things, the water will run off the roof and then run in through the yard and into the driveway, and then that'll all run off into the street and it ends up in the rivers. Yeah, we don't want that. So it's a good idea to pay attention to what you're doing, be a good steward of the environment, and be responsible.
That's right, and they're setting buffers to help keep a river clean.
Right. And it's not hard to do. Use our recycling centers here in Goldsboro and in Wayne County. It just makes a lot of sense.
It does. This is a fantastic learning environment for children
Yeah, this
and
is
for
great.
adults
Yeah,
to learn all about the Neuse River in your community.
This is great.
It is fantastic.
Yeah.
Oh, we have more. What can we do? How everyone can help keep the Neuse River clean. It's showing us what we can do and telling kids what they can do. What is that one, Wayne? What can you do?
If clearing vegetation on your property, use sediment fences or traps to keep sediment from washing into streams.
Oh, it shows you how to do
Sediment trap.
it.
Yeah, it's a sediment trap. keep it from washing away.
Maintain your car to prevent oil leaks.
Aha.
There you go.
All right, right here. Dispose of pet waste properly. Scat. That's right.
There you go.
Okay, good. Don't over-fertilize your lawn or your garden. If fertilizer spills on the street or sidewalk, clean it up. That's it.
We all do this. We wash our car. Wash your car on the lawn or at a commercial car wash to prevent the soapy water from going down a stormwater drain.
Okay.
There you go.
There you go.
And it's teaching kids what we can do to keep the Neuse River clean. We hope you've enjoyed our visit today to the Cliffs of the Neuse State Park and the interactive learning environment. This is fantastic for children, and what a resource for teachers.
It is fantastic. Oh, and don't forget the big Christmas flotilla coming up December 7th here at the Cliffs of the Neuse State Park.
More to come on that, so stay tuned.
And we are back. That was fun.
It was. I know we looked like we were having a good time. Well, let me tell you, we were, but we learned a lot.
Yeah,
We learned a lot, and that really is a fantastic place for
It is.
parents, teachers. Take it as a field trip. There's a lot there to see and a lot there to learn, and what a great, great learning tool.
It is. I loved it out there. Can't wait to go back.
I agree.
Going back. Thanksgiving, just days away. There are some little known facts you may not know about Thanksgiving. I mean, everybody thinks about, well, it's tradition, we give thanks and blah, blah, blah. Well, I'll tell you what, there are things you may not know about Thanksgiving.
Well, tell us.
For instance, number one, the famous Pilgrim celebration at Plymouth Colony, Massachusetts in 1621 is traditionally regarded as the first American Thanksgiving. However, did you know that there are actually 12 locations that claim to be the first, where the first Thanksgiving was held and took place? 2 are in Texas, 2 are in Florida, 1 is in Maine, 2 in Virginia, and 5 in Massachusetts.
And we don't know which one is true.
We don't know which one is true, but most people believe it started at Plymouth Colony in Massachusetts.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
But you know what's really interesting is you should read the story. If you ever have a chance to read the story about the Pilgrims coming over on the Mayflower, you really need to read this, because the intent was not originally to land in Massachusetts.
Right.
They were going to land somewhere else. You know the story?
I've heard
It's really funny. Not funny. It's not funny.
Interesting.
It is interesting, and not everyone on the Mayflower was a pilgrim. The Pilgrims booked passage on the Mayflower. All right. I
More
just thought you'd
facts?
find that. Yes, more facts. President Thomas Jefferson, one of my heroes, called a federal Thanksgiving proclamation the most ridiculous idea ever conceived.
Uh-oh.
I didn't say he was always that smart, but he did say that. The most ridiculous idea ever conceived. Of course, he changed his mind in later years. Also, here's another, held every year on the island of Alcatraz since 1975. The Thanksgiving Day commemorates the survival of Native Americans following the arrival and settlement of Europeans in the Americas.
Never heard of that.
They celebrate on Thanksgiving. Interesting.
Go figure.
That was an island that was owned originally by Native Americans. Now, number 4. The famous Pilgrim and Indian story featured in the modern Thanksgiving narratives was not initially part of the early Thanksgiving story, largely due to tensions between Indians and colonists. we tried and they tried, but we just couldn't see eye to eye on a lot of things.
Right.
You know, some of the stories that came out of that period of time in early America were well intended, but some of them were kind of embellished to some degree. But everything worked out okay.
Well, that happens sometimes with stories.
Sure, it does.
Through the years.
Sure.
People add a little more to it, make it a little more interesting, they think.
Yeah.
It just changes over time.
Things to make, and things that trying to convey an idea, like the story of Mason Weems. Pastor Weems wrote about George Washington chopping down the cherry tree. Not true, but it's a great story.
There you go.
That's it. That's
Through
it.
the years.
Through the years. But you need to take those stories, and instead of thinking about the story, think about the message that the story is trying to
Exactly.
convey. All right? All right. Those are just some of the initial little-known facts about Thanksgiving. Some you may know, some you may not. We'll cover more as the days go on. All right?
That's right. Well, Wayne, let's talk one more time about our new segment that'll be coming up and starting in December. It's the Kids Spotlight. If you know a child in your community that is excelling and doing wonderful things in one of these 4 areas, academics, community service, athletics, or the arts, and they're between the ages of 6 and 18, whether they go to public school, private school, or homeschooled, we are interested in hearing about it. If you're an instructor of one of these or of a child in one of these areas and you think they are excelling, go to one of the websites, the city or the county. And Wayne, what's the county website?
The county's website is waynegov.com. Waynegov.com.
The city's website is goldsboronc.gov. On both sites, there will be an area that says WGTV. Click on that, and then you'll see the Kids Spotlight application and a form that gives you details regarding this program. We are interested in spotlighting youth in our community that are doing great things. We're asking you to help us out. We have received quite a few, and we will be showcasing them the beginning of December.
It's very exciting. I can't wait to get started on that.
So you'll be listening to what the youth have to say in our community about why they're doing what they do.
And speaking of youth,
yes,
we're going to turn this over now and talk to
Selena Bennett.
Selena Bennett. And Selena is with Communities in Schools here in Wayne County. Very interesting program. Wait till you see this on WGTV today.
Welcome to WGTV Today. I'm Kim Best, your host, and I am delighted today to be joined by my friend Selena Bennett, who is the Director of Communities in Schools. Welcome, Selena.
Thank you. I do appreciate having the opportunity to come today and to talk about our program.
Well, you know, I'm so glad to have this interview because I think so many of us don't understand the huge impact Communities in Schools has in our community, but also across the nation.
Right, exactly.
Can you give us some details on what the mission of this program is and how your program is made up?
Certainly. First of all, Communities in Schools is a national affiliation. There are 25 states and the area of Washington, D.C. that have an affiliation with Communities in Schools. Locally, there are 38 counties that have an affiliation, serving 44 counties altogether. So there are some counties like Pender County overlaps with New Hanover County.
So they have to share the responsibility.
They share the responsibility, exactly. But the mission of Communities in Schools is to surround students with a community of support, which is exactly what we have right here in Goldsboro.
No doubt.
Empowering students to stay in school and to achieve in life. So, you know, that is a tremendous mission, but I think it's something that is being done very well across the nation. As a matter of fact, Communities in Schools nationally is known as the #1 dropout prevention agency in the United States.
So that right there tells you what a huge impact this program has across our nation.
Yes.
Well, tell me locally, how is Communities in Schools made up?
Okay.
Are you a nonprofit?
Okay, locally we are a nonprofit. We operate as any other nonprofit. We are trying to raise money, we are seeking donors and support systems in every way that we can. Our biggest funders here, of course, are the County of Wayne, Goldsboro City. United Way is a big funding source for us, and also Wayne County Public Schools. We also have some private donors, and we're always looking for fundraising ideas.
Of course.
You know, I've just heard this morning about Boys and Girls Club, and they have their big pancake breakfast coming up.
Event.
Right.
Exactly.
And we are looking for hours. We have not zeroed in on exactly what our #1 fundraiser is going to be. So that's something hopefully that we're going to determine in the near future.
So you're a nonprofit, so you're made up of a board? Is
Yes,
that who your
yes.
directors are?
I work for my board of directors. I have a very busy board of directors, 15 people. And I have learned that if you want to get people on board to do the job, you find the busiest people that you can, and they will drive the cart.
You're right.
Bill Keel is my board chair. Tasha Logan, assistant city manager, is my vice chair. And they have been hopping since I came on board.
How long have you been?
I have been with Communities and Schools for a year now. And in fact, it's my 1-year anniversary this week.
Well, my goodness, my goodness. Well, with this new ideas that you have going forward, what is your #1 goal and your board's #1 goal for the next year?
Well, we have 2 major goals. The first goal is we're going through a national accreditation process, which for people who, like myself, have been involved with school systems forever.
You understand accreditation.
Right. It's very similar to the Southern Association and the Effective Schools process. We have goals and objectives and standards that we have to align our program with in order to be accredited nationally. So that's the first goal. I hope to have us through accreditation by February or March.
This coming February
This coming February or March of 2013. We are very busy. The second goal is we are expanding our programming into the schools. And people are very familiar with the graduation coaches that we've had over the past several years. This is the first year that we have expanded into the middle schools. We have 4 schools where we have been fortunate enough to be able to fund success coaches.
So all the high schools and now some of the middle
Well,
schools.
we have 2 high schools and we have 4 middle schools.
Goodness.
And of course, our objective is that we would love to have a presence in every single school in Wayne County.
Right, absolutely, absolutely. Well, tell me about what is a success coach? What do they do? What is their mission?
Okay, a success coach is really the driving force in the school that goes in and takes the services that Communities and Schools can offer.
So a hands-on approach.
It's a hands-on approach. We offer, according to our model, we call it level 1 and level 2 services. Level 1 services means that we go in and we take speakers, or we take school supplies, or we take programming into the school. A level 2 service is where we identify students that are at risk of dropping out of school, and we case manage those students one-on-one.
Oh, wow.
And
you
so,
really are working
yes,
hand in hand with the student and their teachers and their parents.
And with the site team at that school. We do not do anything without the collaborative efforts of the leadership team at central office and the school-based site team, being the principal, the counselor, the administrator, and the school social worker.
So you and the Wayne County Public Schools are in total collaboration
We
on a
are-
day-to-day basis.
Definitely. Dr. Taylor, Dr. McCullen, the entire leadership team, they have been nothing but supportive, and had it not been for them, they were a driving force behind us being funded so that we could put the success coach model into place this year. That is exactly right.
Well, tell me other programs that you have, like your teen court.
Okay. Teen Court is a program that we have operated now for, I think we're in the 13th year.
Oh, goodness.
It is a fantastic program, which is a partnership, a true partnership between the District Attorney's Office and the Sheriff's Department and Communities and Schools. It is a program for first-time juvenile offenders. We all know that kids make a mistake.
Yes.
And the last thing that we want is for a child to wind up in the court system when they can be given an opportunity to learn from their mistake. So that's what Teen Court is all about.
Okay.
And not only does it provide an opportunity for that child that's made a mistake to correct it, but it gives a great opportunity for volunteer teenagers in the community to learn about the criminal justice system.
And how do they learn that? How are they a part?
Well, we train them. I have a Teen Court coordinator. Her name is Candida Brown McCall, and she is phenomenal. We have a volunteer coordinator, Miss Jasmine Tyus, and they work together. They train the volunteers to be the attorneys.
Oh, wow.
We have an attorney, a real live attorney, that comes in and serves as our judge, and we operate the second and the third Tuesday night of every month. There are many, many layers of the teen court process.
So you have these teens acting as the attorneys.
Correct.
Are they also acting as the jury?
Yes, they are also, we have jury members, we have attorneys, and those are all from our pool of teen volunteers. And we have adult volunteers that come in and help us with those roles. They monitor our jury, they do exit interviews. And I need to come back and we just need to do a whole segment because it is a phenomenal program.
Right, right. Well, it sounds like you're opening the door for many opportunities for our youth.
Well, and the other thing that we have done well, not just this year, but it was a phenomenal success this year, the school supply drive that we do every year. By the first day of school, we had generated $14,000 worth of school supplies that we packaged and boxed and had sent to the schools so that any child that did not have the necessary tools in the classroom, they had those supplies.
That's great from day one.
From day one. From day one. The Goldsboro News August sponsored the Stuff the Bus campaign. Walmart also, they're a national sponsor for us, and they sponsored the Build a Backpack campaign. So between those two partners, we had school supplies, and I used my United Way Day of Caring. I had volunteers to come in, and we packaged all of those supplies. So it was just a fantastic
collaboration, it sounds like.
Perfect, and that's what Communities in Schools is all about, collaboration with partners in our community.
Well, tell me about Golden Leaf and your tie with them.
Well, I'm excited. I went to Rocky Mount on Monday to do our presentation for the Golden Leaf Board of Directors. We were one of 6 agencies chosen from Wayne County to submit the full proposal. We would like to expand once again into elementary schools next school year, and so that's what my project was about. It's called Success for Kids. We will know December the 6th whether or not we are a recipient. So we're just sitting back, taking a deep breath, and of course, everybody that was in the room presenting, it was really ironic because we're all partners. I rode with the Wayne County Public School people. The Family Y was there. The City of Goldsboro was there. Wayne Community College and Watch, and we're all partners.
Wow.
So we're just anxiously waiting.
Well, you made it that far, so yes, fantastic for you. Sounds like you've got great things happening, communities in schools, and you've got great things happening all throughout our community because of your program. Good luck with your accreditation.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Good luck with Golden Leaf, and continue to do the good things that you're doing.
Thank you so much for having me on.
Absolutely, absolutely. I know you learned something today about what's happening in your community, because I certainly did. Thank you for being with us, Selena, and we'll look forward to talking with you again soon.
Thank you very much.
Back on WGTV today, a quick reminder, there's a blood drive coming up on the 20th. The 20th is next week.
That's right.
Because today's the 16th. The 20th is next week. Starts at 2 o'clock, and it's at Carver Elementary School in Mount Olive. That's on Old Seven Springs Road. Carver Elementary School, the site of the next Wayne County blood drive, beginning at 2 p.m. Carver Elementary School, Mount Olive.
Well, Wayne, we've had a lot of good information today. We've had a lot of good interviews. Communities in Schools was fantastic.
Oh, yeah.
As was the other two. So thank you for joining us today. We'll end with a quote. How about that? An inspirational quote.
I love it. Go ahead. Inspire.
All right, let's see. Life isn't about finding yourself. Life is about creating yourself.
Oh, I like that.
How about that?
Yeah. Say that again. Yeah.
Life isn't about finding yourself. Life is about creating yourself.
That's good. Every morning at 7 o'clock, WGTV Today, right here on Channel 10, Time Warner Channel 10, and UVerse, AT&T UVerse Channel 99. Join us again tomorrow morning. Join us again Monday morning.
That's right.
That's right, because today Friday. Anyway, join us again Monday morning here on WGTV Today. Until then, I'm Wayne Alley.
And I'm Kim Best, and this is what's happening in your community.